everyone, I'm back with another story under the under 5 minutes story challenge. Now this story is actually going to be a challenge because it's a little longer, so if it goes overboard, don't mind it because the story is very beautiful and it has a lovely message. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel right now, why don't you do it right now? That would be really wonderful for all the support that I get from you, and I do hope your children will enjoy this story. So here's a wonderful product which I am showing you. The story is about the rainbow prince. These rainbow stackers, by the way, are amazing for children, and this is something that really grabs their eye because rainbows are something they are fascinated with. So if you have young children, you should consider getting these rainbows for them. So let's hear about the story of the rainbow prince. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a wonderful princess, and she was called Rupanjali, and Rupanjali had a beautiful palace and a very kind heart, which is very important to know. And she would really care about everybody who was around her, who was near and dear, even the birds and animals. So one day she realized that she had an invitation from the kingdom of the Prince of the Rainbow, and the Rainbow Prince had come with a marriage proposal for all the eligible girls around. Now this proposal that came was very strange. A boy brought it from the kingdom of the rainbow, and he said that the Rainbow Prince is looking for a bride, but the catch is that he has been turned into a red parrot by an old witch, and only when that red parrot is found will the Rainbow Prince be able to marry a girl. Princess Rupanjali heard of this and she said, I must have the red parrot, so I order that all the birds in the kingdom be caught and brought to me. Huge cages were erected and all the birds were trapped. Hunters were selling by the dozen to the king himself. The king said, my child, this is not right. We are depriving the birds of their natural right, which is the sky. But Rupanjali did not want to hear anything. She really wanted to marry the Rainbow Prince. Every day the nests would become empty and the sky was void of all the happy chirps that were there in the kingdom before. And now there were just cries inside the huge cage that had been erected. Rupanjali's handmaiden, her maid, her help, saw that all the birds were really upset. And so she decided to run to the princess, who was so kind, and say that, my dear princess, you know what, the birds in the cage, they are very sad. Why don't you free them? Rupanjali was very angry. She said, really? How dare you question my actions? This is me who has ordered something like this. Nilanjana, the maid, was very upset on hearing this. But she decided to try once again. Princess, you're so kind-hearted. Why would you do something like this? Now Rupanjali got really angry. She said, since you care about those birds so much, I'm going to throw you into that cage with them. And Nilanjana was picked up and she was thrown into the cage with all the birds. Nilanjana went to sleep, and after a while she got up and she saw a red parrot talking to her. And the red parrot said, look at me, Nilanjana. Nilanjana was so happy. She said, oh, you're the one the princess is looking for. Come, let me take you to the princess. But the red parrot continued and said, I don't want to come anywhere. These strings of this cage have really hurt me and my fellow people. This is a very mean thing to do. Nilanjana thought about it and she said, no worries, I'll cut open the cage and set you free. She began to cut the thread of the cage and she began to set the red parrot free. And as she did this action, Princess Rupanjali came and she said, oh, it's Nilanjana, she has found the bird. But the next minute what she saw, Nilanjana had set the parrot free. Rupanjali tried to catch it, but the parrot flew high and he ran out of grip. And Rupanjali was really mad. She said, "This girl is so outrageous, she must be killed." All the soldiers took Nilanjana to a cliff where she was going to be pushed into a river flowing under it, many feet under it. And she got ready, she prepared herself, and she was pushed. And as she fell, very strong arms protected her fall. And it was the Rainbow Prince. And she said, "Oh, Rupanjali will be very happy. Her prince has come." And so she took the prince and she said, look, it's your Rainbow Prince." And the prince was very angry. He said, "No, I will marry Nilanjana." Rupanjali said that, "But she is a maid. Why would you do that?" And the prince said, "It's not important that if there is a princess by birth. The importance is a kind heart, and that is what makes a true princess. Look at what you did to all those birds just for yourself. That's not being kind." And like that, the Rainbow Prince took Nilanjana to his rainbow land. And this is my rainbow stacker. And they lived very happily ever after. I do hope you've enjoyed this story. It's very important to be kind to others because we really don't know how it comes back to us, right? So I hope you're enjoying the festivities with your family, and I do hope this story too was under 5 minutes. You tell me, is it important to be kind? And now you can also tell me if there are any other 5-minute stories you would want me to share with you, right? And yes, I've told you about my book Tales from the Tree House. The link is in the description below. If you haven't bought it yet, what are you waiting for? Do buy it and do subscribe to this channel to receive more updates and more stories and more early childhood tips. And with that, I'm signing off for the day. Goodbye.